As a finance professional in a disrupted business landscape, what does it take to be in demand? What does it take to attract great paying international roles? If you're an ICAN member, it'll just take one exam. That's all it takes to complete the globally recognized CIMA professional qualification and the internationally respected CGMA designation. As a CIMA member and a CGMA designation holder, employers will look at you as a finance professional, constantly acquiring new skills to add value to the business. That's why they'll be willing to pay premium to hire and retain you. If you have 5 years of relevant experience and are an ICAN member, you can directly sit for the final exam of the CIMA Professional Qualification, the Strategic Case Study Exam. Start studying the CIMA Professional Qualification. Prepare to make an impact.
Everything that has a beginning must certainly have an ending, the Englishman will say. And the Holy Book also confirmed that the end of a thing is far better than the beginning. With this, we welcome you to the last episode of ICAN-ON-AIR in 2023. And we'll salute all our professional colleagues, students, and friends of ICAN as we welcome you to this last episode of ICAN-ON-AIR in 2023. We say compliments of the season. Please inform your colleagues and friends that the show has commenced and you can be part of this show, ICAN-ON-AIR, on all ICAN social media handles, the Facebook page, the Instagram handle, and also on ICAN YouTube channel. And today, Thursday, 28th December 2023, we shall be considering no other topic today anyway, other than ICAN-ON-AIR in 2023, reviews and feedbacks. Fumi, compliments of the season, and you're welcome to the show.
Okay, thank you so much, Tosi. It's good to be alive. It's good to be here again. And this happens to be the last Thursday in the year and the last episode of ICAN-ON-AIR in 2023. I mean, we've been through a lot of weeks. We've been through a lot of days with you, episodes with you. So we thought about it to bring to you all of the topics that we have treated in 2023. And right here, we have the opportunity for you to give us a feedback on what you think would have been done. We would have done better, or what you think the episode can do much more for you than what we presented. Or even you can suggest topics that you really want to us to hear on this program. So we're right here with you today. And Tosi, how was your Christmas? Perhaps I should ask that question.
It was a lovely one and a fine one at that.
I can't remember you inviting me to be part of the goodies of Christmas, but it's okay. I can make myself available for the new year.
No problem. All right, you are highly invited.
Yes, thank you so much. So everyone is invited to Tosi's house equally, and we're happy today that we're all alive to celebrate this very day. And also, but this time next week, we'll be saying Happy New Year to each other.
Sure.
Tosi, we'll be able to run our audience through all of the details of today's program. So, I mean, there's something good coming, right, Tosi? Am I right to put that out?
Something good, something unique is coming their way today. And that's the fact that you would be able to call in. You'll be able to dial in on the show, speak with us over the phone, and tell us your feedback. So if you are lucky to dial in and we get you, we'll speak with you. And if you could not log in, you can send in your own feedbacks through chats. We'll also layer it and also read it to our audience. So be very free with us. Let us know what your reviews is what your feedback is. We welcome all feedbacks so we can take them and have a better program in 2023, because the fact is it can only get better. So trust us
Yes.
that we are here today to take your reviews and your feedbacks so that we can have a better ICAN-on-AIR in 2023. So like Fumi said, we want to quickly go through some topics we have actually taken in 2023. And I can tell you, we have actually taken some lovely topics, some insightful topics, and we have brought in on the show eminent personalities in terms of our guests who have actually come in to provide insight on those topics. But let's quickly go on a short commercial, and when we'll come back, we'll take you through those topics we have gone through in 2023, and we can have your reviews and feedbacks. Let's quickly go on the commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
As a finance professional in a disrupted business landscape, what does it take to be in demand? What does it take to attract great paying international roles? If you're an ICAN member, it'll just take one exam. That's all it takes to complete the globally recognized CIMA professional qualification and the internationally respected CGMA designation. As a CIMA member and a CGMA designation holder, employers will look at you as a finance professional, constantly acquiring new skills to add value to the business. That's why they'll be willing to pay premium to hire and retain you. If you have 5 years of relevant experience and are an ICAN member, you can directly sit for the final exam of the CIMA Professional Qualification, the Strategic Case Study exam. Start studying the CIMA Professional Qualification. Prepare to make an impact.
Okay, you're welcome back to ICAN-on-AIR. Today, the 28th day of December, 2023. Perhaps it's your birthday today. We say congratulations and a happy birthday to you. So, like before we went on a break, we told you we'll be having all of the reviews of the programs that we brought to your doorstep through this platform. And we want to say thank you to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria for making this a reality, because, no other one does it better than what we currently do. We educate you, we inform you, we give you all of these things on a platter of gold. A lot of people have to pay, they have to pay for all these trainings and all this information that you get on ICAN-on-AIR. So Tosi, would you be happy to share some of the ideas that we have today for them?
Sure, that's correct. Now, I'm happy to inform our audience that today's episode makes it the 67th episode we are running in 2023. 67th episode. You know why? Because when we started the year 2023, we started having ICAN-on-AIR twice in a week. That's every Tuesday and Thursday. But we also got feedbacks from you, and that's why we had to make it a loaded one, which comes up every Thursday in a week. So that's why we are also bringing this program to your doorstep now to say, let's have your feedbacks. Then we'll certainly take them. So we open the year with a topic: analysis of 2023 budget and finance bill. And our guest on that show was our own Taiwo Oyedele FCA. That was taken on the 3rd of January. Of course, you agree with me. It was an insightful program, and it was also lovely. We continued, and the following one, we took IS-12, income taxes. And our own erudite OJ Samuel FCA was on the show today, on that day, and that was 5th of January. So you can see, we started the year on the premise of those topics on the area of budget, and also on the area of IS-12 income taxes. Then we now got to the 3rd episode with business survival in turbulent markets. Business survival in turbulent markets. And Isaac Orulogbagbe FCA also took us through that topic. So for me, you can see the first 3 topics in the year, I'm sure, like you mentioned, these are topics that people pay for. We go all out to get trainings and they pay for. But ICAN-on-AIR has actually brought that to our members, FOC.
Yes.
FOC. What do you have to say?
Yes, when I saw the first man on the list, I mean, we can see what it's doing for Nigeria as a whole now. So when you have the right thought leadership, you will definitely get rewarded by all of this. I mean, it's an opportunity to serve, and it's still serving the country and it's serving the world at large. So I'll just go right into after the business survival in turbulent markets, we had the effect of forex shortages on businesses, and that, I mean, we can attest to the fact that that was very important at the time. And Ayodeji Ebo, FCCA, he was able to put that in the limelight and made us understand how we can check ourselves and how our businesses can survive even with a shortage in forex. And also, we had the evolving role of compliance opportunities for accountant. That was from Femi Jayola FCA. That happened on the 17th of January, and it was really packed full. Then we had the Kama 2022, an end of authorized share capital regime. Dr. Femi Ogunlade, our lawyer, was able to help us. He dived into the matter, and we can attest to the fact that Kama, we cannot stop talking about Kama and how sometimes it also. I mean, when we think about all the other regulations, we may not be able to stand alone in terms of the Kama standalone. We have to read it side by side, other legislations. But of course, Kama was really talked about by Dr. Femi Ogunlade on the 19th of January. So also the effect of Japa syndrome on Nigerian economy, Martins Olaja was able to tell us. But Tosi, do you think that we've seen the end of the Japa syndrome yet?
Not actually, not actually. But the truth is that that tells you that those who are behind the ICAN-ON-AIR program actually have foresight, and they are saying things, and that's why we come up with all these topics to quickly tell you what the implication could be and what the effect of every action will be. And that's why at the end of this program, we need to give appreciation to some people, because the audience only see the anchors. But I tell you, there are more to this program than the anchors, because there are some that actually work behind the scene, and all of us work for the institute towards giving you all you would need. So for your question, I'm not certain we have seen the end of it. Okay, let me quickly tell our audience that they can call in and give their feedback on this number. So you can take a pen or you can type it on your phone now, but it's only a WhatsApp call alone. Only WhatsApp call, please. +234 70 34 76 4199. I take it again. +234 70 34 76 4199. Call us and tell us what your feedback. Just tell your name, your membership number, and your location. Then go ahead and give your feedback about the program. What more do you think we should do on this program? What can we do better? And all of that. Go ahead and give us a call on WhatsApp only. Like I said, WhatsApp call only. Your name, your membership number, and tell us your location, and go ahead and speak freely on what you think we can do better on this show. Fumi, while still continuing on the topics we have taken so far, let's quickly go a bit to quickly acknowledge some of those who have joined us on this show. And like you agree with me, we have some regulars that they must log in at the dot of 6, even before 6, I think some of them have logged in onto this show. I have Okiamoge Paul streaming live from Lagos. I have Ridwan Online Adedeji all the way from Erua, Oyo State. I also have Muhammad Jamil Saleh. I have Oshot Taiwo from Magodo, Lagos. I have David Obashua Femi, Ibrahim Abubakar, all the way from Kano. David Obashua Femi, Bolaji Odugbeson from Abule Egba, our own person, a consistent follower, Fagbolate Mitokwe Adeni, all the way from the ancient city in Ibadan. Abegune Taiwo Ogolua from VI, Bolanle Oloye, Olusi Sanusi, Olushola Omole, all the way from Abuja. We have Chinyelu Ojo from Enugu State, Abegune Taiwo, Ogolo. We have lots more people. Fumi, I think you can take it over from me from here.
Yes, we've seen a lot of people. We'll still acknowledge your presence here. But of course, we stopped where the jackpot stopped. And I hope that there's no more jackpot in Nigeria, because this is where you have to be to make um, all of the benefits that you want to make. So please, I'm assuring you that year 2024 is for you and for you alone. So Tosi, after the jackpot topic of 24th of January, we also had the effect of worsening inflation on the capital markets. And Professor Uche Waleke was able to tell us in details how we must check inflation, or what we need to check out for, the effect and everything about it, even for Nigeria itself. So we're also able to talk about the FTA, the risk of West African sub-region and the effect of on the Nigerian economy. Dr. Olagunju Ashimolowo was able to educate us on the 31st of January, 2023. Tosi, you agree with me that a lot has been done, a lot has been said, a lot has happened on this program, and we can only say thank you to the institutes for making this come to our doorstep. Right?
That's absolutely correct. I can see one of the comments here now saying that 67 episodes. Wow, that is not that's not a small feat. And we can also tell you that it is also not a small feat, because we all know the sacrifice it takes the institute and for all those who are behind this to ensure that we bring this to your doorstep every week. So please, if you are yet to get that number has been displayed on the screen, and I'm sure it will still be displayed. Start calling us now. +234 7034 76. That's the number displayed. 4199. WhatsApp only. Let's hear from you. What have we done well, and what can we do better as we move to year 2024? So still on the topics we've taken, we also took cybersecurity. What professional accountants must know and do. That we took on the 2nd of February 2023. And Ghazali Abdulaziz took us on that topic. Then we move to the next one, being multiplicity of taxes in Nigeria, causes, consequences, and cure. That was taken by our own Yomi Olugbenro on the 7th of February. For me, like I said earlier, that it's obvious that those behind ICAN-ON-AIR are foresight, because you can see this topic about multiplicity of taxes in Nigeria. As at then, we do not have a new president that even came up now and start setting up a committee that is looking into the issue of all this multiplicity of taxes. Exactly. So it shows to you that your institute has foresight, and the topics we are bringing to you are contemporary topics, and that you cannot but afford to learn all of those things. And like I said, they are brought to you free of charge. Only you are expected to log in and start listening in. Then we move ahead to sustainability and climate change, the Nigerian perspective. And that topic was well taken care of by Tomi Adepoju. We also move further to the professional accountant in the courts, providing evidence in forensic cases, the finance perspective. And that topic was well taken care of, and insights were provided by Richard Ibuesi on the 14th of February. So you can see we've just been able to take you through some of those topics we've taken in 2023. For me, I can see we are already having some comments on feedbacks on the show. Maybe we can start with those comments. Then while we are waiting for people that will dial in, let's take those comments first.
Okay. So I see the comment from Abel Aigodion, ACN. It says, "Good evening, folks. The program has been knowledge-driven all year through. The program can only get better in the year ahead." Bravo, ICAN. So thank you so much for being here all the time, because we see you. You're one of the regular audience on the program. So we say thank you so much. So Musa Yabo says, "I am also here. We see you." And we say thank you so much. Eugene Okorie, compliment of the season, my professional colleagues. Thank you very much for being a part of the program today. Kate Osuji Nwazo says, good evening, house. Dr. Kate here from Port Harcourt, River State. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Okelola Moruf, he says, good evening, professional colleagues. Please, did ICAN advertise ICAN ATS in secondary schools in Nigeria? So I think we'll get there because we always talk about ATS on the program and how it can be effective for people in the tertiary institutions. This is saying having ideas of subject matter for discussion at least 72 hours ahead of time promotes robust discussion and proper engagement that will spur guest presenter audience relationship. Kindly keep to it. All right, Fogbola Timitakwe, thank you very much for that feedback. You say we should always have a subject matter for discussion at least 72 hours ahead of time. Interesting. Tosin, we got that right?
Sure,
All right.
sure.
We take note of all of that. So in Tunde Awoyifa, FCA says, good evening, PCs. It's nice to be here when mind developing issues are discussed. What a brilliant way to end 2023. I agree with you. It's a brilliant way to say thank you to 2023. Oladipo Ajayi SCA, he says, is streaming from Egbeda, Lagos. Chinyelu Ojo, well done, team. You are doing great. God bless you. And long live ICAN. Thank you so much. Sadiq Usman, I made a complaint to the mails without reply. Okay, we'll see to that. Thank you very much for bringing it to our notice here. We'll definitely see to that as soon as possible. Zaka Abakok, he says, good evening, PCs from Jalingo. Jalingo, we greet you. Thank you very much for being here. So tossing it over to you.
Okay, I also have another one here from Fagbola Temitokwe. Say always have plan B in case the invited guest disappoints. The way you play around the security tips despite non-availability of main guests last week was novel. Good result and keep it up. Thank you so much, Fagbola, for that. We understand that clearly and trust us at this end that we are also working on that such that if for any reason we couldn't have the guest on the show, certainly our alternative would appear on the show. Thank you for your comments. We actually take them. We're still waiting for our first caller on the show for me.
Yes. Perhaps they've not seen the number, so we've clearly stated the number to be. It's right on the screen. +234 7034 764199. So +234 7034 764199. Please call on WhatsApp, only WhatsApp call. I'll be very pleased with you today because we really want to hear your voice. We don't want it to be a monologue here. We want to dialogue with you. So please call us as soon as you can.
We're waiting for the first lucky caller. The first lucky caller, we are waiting for you. Okay, so while we're still waiting for that caller, let's continue with the topics we've taken in the course of the year. So on 16th of February, we had a reporting prior year correction under IFRS. And our own guru, OJ Samuel FCA, took us on that topic. Trust me, it was massive. Also, we had on the 21st of February, subnational IGR and citizen well-being in Nigeria. Professor Martin Iki Munso took us through that topic and did a good job. We also had on the 23rd of February, the impact of CBN Naira redesign and cashless policy on tax compliance in Nigeria. And our own person, Dr. Titi Eniton for Woko FCA, did justice to that topic, you trust me. Then on the 28th of February, we had the Naira outlook for 2023. And Emmanuel Onosami did a good job on that topic. For me,
okay, you can see it's all about the Naira, and that was what was in vogue. I mean, those were trending issues, and we needed to address all of those. So also, the 18th topic that we had, or the 18th edition of ICAN-ON-AIR 2023 was CAMA 2020, and it returns the filing requirements. Barrister Olumide Ologe was able to do that justice for us on the 2nd of March 2023. So also we had positioning chartered accountants to provide sustainability assurance services. Sam Egbavem he's a partner with EY. He was able to help us on that topic on the 9th of March. And then we had a professional and conflict resolution. Asiata Agboluaje was able to do more justice than we ever thought on that program and that topic on the 14th of March. So that was really a great one. And then the first 100 days in office, what Nigerians should expect from the new government. Dr. Biodu Adedipe was able to assist us on that on the 16th of March, precisely 2023. So, we had a 22nd episode of the program, and what we discussed was the financial management is small businesses, a growth pathway. Adedamola Adedotu was the guest on the program on the 21st of March. And if you listened that day, you would know that that was a fantastic topic. But you all know that you can always still check this past episode online. Is all there on YouTube. You can always access it anytime, any day, if you want to reference any parts of these topics that we're reminding you of, so that we can prepare ourselves for 2024 edition equally. But Tosi, you may want to say more about what has been said on the topic today, or on the program today.
That's absolutely correct. So all our editions are available on the social media pages of the institutes. All these past editions we are talking about. So you can, at your leisure, go there and listen. And that's why we always encourage our members to follow us on all ICAN social media handles. The Facebook page, the ICAN YouTube channel, the Instagram handle, and all that. So you can just go there and listen in all these past episodes we have talked about, and I'm sure you will certainly find them interesting. Okay, so picking it from where Afumi stopped regarding the topics we have taken so far, I think we also took auditor's negligence on the 23rd of March, and on the 28th of March we discussed business resilience, and Hawa Ibrahim was our guest on the show for that day. On the 30th of March, we had leadership nuggets taken by MK Ahmad OON. So, Fumi, before I continue with the topics, now our guests, our audience may want to see what forms our topics, the choice of our topics on this show. So, what we will say is, if you notice, and if you follow this program on weekly basis, you will notice that. So, our topics come from one. We take some soft topics. When I say things on soft skills, on leadership, on mental health, on human resources. Yeah, we take all those. Then we also come back to our major profession, which is audit and assurance. We could be taxation, could be forensic audit, and also our topics revolves around this and that. I understand we have a caller in the house. That's the first caller on this show. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Your name, membership number, and where you are calling from.
You can go ahead now, sir.
I can barely hear the caller.
Just give us your name, your membership number, and go straight to the point.
And straight to your feedback. Are you still there? Okay, I think we...
good evening, my people. ICAN-ON-AIR. It's nice talking to you. It's Fagbola Temitope all the way from Ibadan. I just have to appreciate the cast and crew for the yeoman's job you are doing for us. So when you realize that it's 67 episodes for the whole year, I say that is massive. I only take the grace of God, commitment, tenacity of purpose to be able to do that. So you are doing a great job. Well done to the team. And to the people that are working behind the scene, we equally appreciate them. More power to the ICAN-ON-AIR. It's growing bigger and bigger by the day. And will God give us the grace to uphold the way we have been doing it come year 2024. We appreciate you all from Ibadan District Society. You are doing a wonderful job for the noble district. and for the entire country and the body of knowledge at large. With all the topics we have been treating, we have been gaining one or more things from there, and we appreciate you for that. Just to appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much, sir.
More prosperous New Year.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Same wish from here.
I'll see you in Ibadan
Bye for
during
now.
the Western Zona Conference. Yes.
Yes, certainly we'll see him in Ibadan by January, by God's grace. And that's a good one. That's our first caller, Fagbola Tebitokwe. He has come. He has already made some comments by typing in, but he also took his efforts to ensure he called in. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you for the encouragement. We appreciate you, and we say thank you so much for that. So you can see, call in, talk to us on that number on WhatsApp. Let's get your feedback. Even if it's your encouragement, we'll appreciate. And indeed, 67 episode is massive. You see, like I said, you may only not know the sacrifice people do to ensure we have this service to the institute. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. For me,
I believe this first caller deserves a jingle of a bell. Perhaps if we had that, we would have done that. But Fagbola, thank you so much for always being there for us, and thank you for this humble feedback. We'll take all of that in good stride, and then we'll make it better. Thank you.
Exactly. And like you usually say for me, so if you have a program and we do not have an audience, so what do? We'll listen to us. We'll give comments. But that is what people like Fagbola Temitope does. Every Thursday is always here, ready to give his encouragement, ready to ask questions, ready to learn. So, and we want to also say thank you for that. We have another caller on the show. Okay. Your name, membership number, and where you are calling from.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Just tell us your name, your membership number, and provide your comments.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Just go ahead and speak. Hello, we can hear you. Just go ahead and speak. Your name, membership number. Just go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead and talk to us. Please, if you call in, just give us your name, your membership number, your location, possibly, then go ahead and tell us your feedback. That's all we will need from you. Okay, so when we are still waiting for another caller, I think we can continue on the show. For me.
All right. So, I mean, I'm so thrilled by the last caller. Fagbola Tebitokwe, and also the next one. So please, if you cannot get a feedback from us, know that we can hear you clearly and you are live on the program. So please just go ahead and give your feedback immediately. I think we still have someone.
My name is Maruf Olawale, Ilupeju, Bagada District. My contribution is that what ICAN is doing in Afterward for the new ACA member about the job, because most of my friends were contract staff for many years in the bank. Is there any help ICAN can do for us? So we're out of the contract job. I'm over 10 years in contract job, but I just qualified last year. But maybe ICAN can do something to get a better job for us. That's my contribution, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother from my district. That's a good one. Thank you. I will say two things anyway before me also react. So, yes, your point is noted, and trust your institutes to be working to ensure that our members are well in good organizations working and all of that. And that's also another essence of joining a district where you can network. So, and I trust you that district where you have mentioned that you are calling from, that's one of those things you will do in that district to ensure you have the necessary support to gain a better job. That I would say. But on the other side is that the feedbacks we want from you today is the feedback on ICAN-ON-AIR program. So like the title say, ICAN-ON-AIR in 2023, reviews and feedback. So have you looked at the program, some episodes? What can you say, and how can we make it better in 2024? Fumi, am I saying your mind, please?
I think Yes, you're speaking my mind. Although we have Kenneth on the call, I don't know if it's now or it's gone off. But what I can assure you of is when you belong to a district, you can always tell them all this deepest part of your heart, the things that you
Okay.
think the
Okay. Thank
institute
you.
can do. Which is what Ilupejo and District can
Yeah.
attest to it as much as I mean they're my we work together. So yes, they will do everything that you think that is in their power to do for you to secure a good job or to talk to the institute at large.
Exactly.
My
So
name
let's
is
have Kenneth. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Kenneth. Calling from Abuja.
Yeah, well,
I'm a, I must confess that ICAN-ON-AIR has really been of immense help to me because the topics that have been discussed this year are really contemporary and the topics that can help one in life. I don't like missing ICAN-ON-AIR. And even when I even meet ICAN-ON-AIR, I still go back to the social media handle to, catch up with some of those important discourse that have been, discussed in ICAN-ON-AIR. Yeah, at the moment, I'm a prospective member. I hope to also begin my journey as a professional accountant from next year. But I'm going to tell you the fact that ICAN-ON-AIR has really improved over the years. At least I've consistently followed ICAN-ON-AIR for 2 years now, 2 years plus. And I can really see the progression in terms of not just the people discuss, but the quality of guests that have put up appearances, in these 2 years of my following ICAN-ON-AIR. Kudos to the crew, kudos to the noble profession for giving us this opportunity to air our view on some of those contemporary topics in our society today. I must tell you the fact that the impact of this program has gone beyond just the professional accepted accountant, because even for those of us who are yet to come on stream, I must tell you that the topical discussion on this platform is far-reaching. I must tell you, I've actually enjoyed it, especially, the Q&A sessions. It has really helped my personal development. I want to be seriously optimistic that come 2024, we'll do better, even better than what we did this year. I'm really excited to be part of this year's last edition for 2023. I believe that.
Thank you very much.
That would be
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kenneth. Thank you. We really appreciate you. We appreciate those comments, and we'll strive to make it better in 2024. Okay, we are expecting more callers. Call in, speak to us. Let's know your thoughts, your feedbacks on how this program is. Adewale Ayo, say good evening, welcome to ICAN-ON-AIR. You are really doing well for this insightful, impactful, and educative platform. We are not expecting anything less. God will continue to strengthen you in Jesus' name. Amen to that. Thank you very much. We are encouraged.
Amen.
We are encouraged. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so for me.
All right, I guess we still have so much to bring to you in terms of what we have done in the in all of the episodes that we have brought to your doorstep. So I believe Tosi has been able to talk about the business resilience and also the leadership nuggets. So IFRS 10 was discussed by Sam Okoye with our very own, and that was on the 4th of April, after which we had the Understanding Mortgage Finance. So you see that the institute thinks about you, about your livelihood, about everything that concerns you, everything about your health, your finances, everything that you think that someone that is mindful of you will think about. So that was brought to you by FMBN, and then that was on the 6th of April. So we had the audit discussing the profession, that was on the 11th of April, and after which we had multiple exchange rates and the impact on businesses. Dr. Joshua Banthorne was able to discuss that on 13th of April 2023. Then on the next episode, on the 20th of April, we had Dr. Yemi Kale, who was able to talk about leveraging insights from accurate sensors for growth and development. Also, what would you really say about sensors today? Because, it never happened, but of course, we're optimistic that something would have happened. Maybe 2024, we should keep it for that day to come, or for the year to come.
Exactly. The federal government talked about it that time, and that's why we also spoke on it on ICAN-ON-AIR, but it never seen the light of the day. I understand we have a caller in the house, Ige. Can we hear from you?
Okay. Good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma.
Evening.
My
Good
name
evening,
is
sir.
ICAN-ON-AIR. I am a member of the Institute. I appreciate both Tosin and Fumi for holding forth all this while.
Thank you, sir.
Your program has been well received by all. Since the inception, I've been secretly joining, but today I said, let me call my Oga, and so that he will know that I am here with him. Now, what I want to see in 2024 is more connection with CEOs of enterprise and how we can help them get the best out of this ICAN branch. You have been doing so well, but I also believe that we should not retreat ourselves to the south. Let's look at the north also. You know, let's look at CEOs in the north. Let them bring their problem so that when you are engaging with them, then other members will also be learning from your questions you are asking them. In all, you are doing well. You get it now. And I want to see at least 1,000 people viewing in 2024. You get it now. Let's look at the numbers. The numbers must increase. Your timing is 6 p.m., so everybody should be at home or closing from work to join, so that we can have a good interaction. You understand? So I congratulate both of you again, and I congratulate the ICAN branch. I also congratulate our president, and I wish everyone a happy new year and a better, formidable year ahead. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, boss. Again, Yanoma is the boss, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much. So he spoke on few things, and I think those things are noted, and we'll actually take them further to the team. Thank you so much. We understand Aderonke Alade is on the call. Aderonke Alade, let's have you. Let's have you. Let's make our comments brief a bit so that we can take others. Go ahead, Aderonke Alade.
Okay, so you correct me?
Thank you so much. You understand Aderonke Alade?
Okay.
Call Aderonke Alade, let's have you.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. I'm actually using my wife's phone. My name is Kola Alade, ACA. Membership number 42101.
Let's make our comments brief.
Yes.
Can take others. Go ahead, Aderonke Alade.
Okay. As I'm actually using my wife's phone. My name is Kola Alade. So my wife is Aderonke. I'm using her. Yes. Okay.
You need to take your gadgets far from you. Kola Alade, you need to take your gadgets with which you are listening to us far from you. You can't be listening, you can't be making that call and also be listening at the same time. There will be interference, there will be echo, and that's what is happening. So please, if you are calling us, you have to take your gadgets through which you are listening to us far from that phone with which you are making call.
You can try later. Yes, thank you
Exactly.
very much for calling. The husband to Aderoke. Thank you so much for joining us. So after which we had on the 31st episode was ease of doing business in Nigeria. And we had a review of the Business Facilitation Act of 2022. Mr. Kenneth Erikume was able to discussed this on April 27, 2023, after which we had the thriving employee, the voice, the value, and the visibility. Mrs. Nneka Jetro was able to let us into our world and into how we can thrive as employees. So we had managing the impact of fuel subsidy removal. Dr. Muda Yusuf, the ex-DG LCCI, was able to, in fact, you know how Dr. Muda comes on board, you know how he's able to dissect anything unbreakable. He would break it down into the bits that you desire. That was done on the 11th of May 2023. And then we had health management and challenges, what professionals should know. Dr. Fechi Nwoche and Dr. Jacob Nwachuku were able to discuss that. And then we had building a functional entrepreneurship culture among professionals. Dr. Deji Ajibade was there to help us on that topic. We had IFRS-based income tax computation by Dr. Sam Okoye. And then the topic that was very interesting for every one of us was why your boss prefers your colleague. Dr. Injum Onyemena was able, that was our council member, she was able to help us into that topic. And she, because she's gone far and wide. She's also the Accountant General of Abia State. So what else do you expect from such a wide knowledge? Then we had reforming tax administration in Nigeria. The then FRS chairman, Mohammed Nami, was able to teach us on that. We had a part 1 and we had a part 2. And then eventually we had a collage of all the ICAN activities that we have from the beginning to the June 22nd. So that came on board June 29th. And then we had the ICAN on a new trajectory. Our very own 59 president was able to come on board to tell us everything about the plans of the Institute, about his own tenure, and everything that the Institute would like to do for every one of us. And then we had opportunities for accountants in non-oil expert by Captain John Opaku. That was in July 13. So Tosi, what would you like to share?
Robotic taxation was taken by our own Dr. Yemi Soni on July 20th, and we moved to family business and succession planning taken by Esiri Agbeyi in July 27th. And we launched the month of August with diversification of the Nigerian economy, the role of fiscal stability, and that was taken by Mr. Martins Erogi. On August 10th, Professor Olivia Ike-Inyama took us on the topic forensic audit beyond statutory audit. And also we moved further to the recent development in corporate reporting, the FRC perspective. And that was taken by Mr. Titus Osawe, the director in FRC. On August 24th, our own chairman of the ICAN-ON-AIR subcommittee, Mr. Oladile Oladipo, took us on ICAN Accountability Index. Thank you, my chairman. And on August 31st, Mr. Jude Egbo took us on emerging issues in professional practice. We launched the month of September with the topic, Trending Technologies for Today's Accountants. And Mr. Femi Madariola took us on that topic. And the Accountant General of the Federation, in person of Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madeyin, FCA, took us on accountability and transparency in the public sector. And on September 21st, we took the topic, Transforming Nigeria into a Talent Hub, taken by Oluwatosin Olaseyinde. And we rounded off that month with the 53rd Annual Accountant Conference, a defining experience taken by our council member, Mr. Jude Egbo. Fumi, you can take it from there.
Yes, so our very own Dr. Sam Okoye on the 5th of October was able to tell us about ICAN Accountancy Challenge, which is something that is still trending. Please, if you want to be part of it, you can always reach out to any one of us so you can be part of that. Then the Imperative for Inclusive Development, AAC, we had that conference edition on the 10th of October, and also we had that on the 12th of October. We came live on the ICAN conference days, so that you can watch all of the episodes and everything that happened during the conference. Then I can celebrate a founding father, the celebration of Pa Akintola Williams on October 19, 2023. You know, that was such a beautiful one. That is supposed to be our mentor, our coach, and we saw everything about his life in one episode. And after which we had an assessment of Nigerian economy under the new administration. Our very own Yomi Olugbenro was also in the studio to put all of this to us. Then we have the imperative for inclusive development, which is also part of the conference edition 3. We had a come to our doorstep November 2nd. So also we had federal government policy thrust and 2024 budget. Senator Atiku Bagudu was in the studio, and then, you know, there were issues around the network, but of course, we're happy to see him in a glance before the network took him off the program. Then we had a mental health and stress management. Dr. Adegboyega Ogunwale was able to discuss how we can manage our health and stress management all together. Transformation agenda of the Financial Reporting Council by the now DG of FRCN, Dr. Rabiu Olowo, was in the studio live. Managing Nigerians' debts for sustainable development, Dr. Raymond Alenogene was here to assist us with that. And we also had our own council member, Dr. Sheyi Olanre Waju, to discuss corporate budgeting in a VUCA environment. And then reliving recent ICAN milestones, the video collage. We had a lot of pictures, videos on how that happened. I mean, we just brought all of this in a collage for you on the recent happenings in ICAN. Security consciousness during the Yuletide season. The CP, Adegoke Fayo Ade, was almost here, but of course, Tosi and I became the security people, and were able to tell you words from his mouth on words and actions based on experience, and perhaps based on how widely we have read the topic. So, Tosin, that's about what we brought to our viewers, and we are very, very happy to have read out all 16 episodes to you on the 67th edition of ICAN-on-AIR, which is talking about the reviews and feedback on the topics and on all the ICAN-on-AIR topics for the year.
Wow. For me, how better can we reveal these topics without mentioning them one by one, without talking about the experts that came on the show and to analyze and give insight on those topics. Now, we have more comments from our people. Let's quickly take them. Taiwo Muiwa ACA. I wish to commend you guys for the great work you have put together for the year. God bless you. It's my first time I'm listening to the program, and I can actually see the need on how it could be of good help to us. Next year, it will be bumper to bumper following for me. That's a good promise. We expect to see you to add to the list of our followers on the show. Samuel Olumide, thank you, ICAN-on-AIR. I'm glad to be a part of this great noble family. Looking forward to a greater and better year. Samuel FCA. You're welcome, Samuel. Thank you very much for your encouraging message. We appreciate. Fagbalati Mijope Adeniyi, reading out the topic of the year 2023 was nostalgia. What a wonderful topics all through. It is. They were wonderful topics. And like I said, it's a teamwork over here. And we'll still get to tell you and appreciate those who are behind the scene. Onwuma Ernest Chukwunaru, I've keenly followed up topical discourse on ICAN-on-AIR because of the robust contemporary topics and especially the Q&A sessions. Kudos to all the crew members. Thank you, Chukwunaru. We appreciate you. Fagbola also coming again to thank you. Kudos to Madam Comfort Olujumoke Itayo, River Past President, on whose tenure ICAN-on-AIR was born. That's a good one. That's notable of you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Now, can we have the last caller on the show today? Let's just take one more caller and we can close that show today. Nimota Modupe Ogunaike. ICAN-on-AIR has done marvelous with 67 episodes in 2023. More wins in this new dispensation of artificial intelligence. What is the plan of the institute in 2024? Of course, the plan has been rolled out by the 59th president. And of course, you know that our presidential year is between the month of June and May of the following Yeah, thank you very much. For me, let's take the
Yes.
announcements. Let's take the announcement that we have for you.
Okay, perhaps I just wanted to put out the editorial board. It permits me to just give the appreciation of the editorial board. There's no serious announcements. We just want to say have a Merry Christmas and a New Year, a prosperous New Year. But of course, let me just read out some of the editorial board of ICAN-ON-AIR, starting from the chairman, Mr. Oladele Oladipo FCA, Dr. Sheyola Rewaju FCA, Dr. Bala Zaka, our very own, that's put together a lot of things behind the scenes. FCA, we say thank you so much. Mrs. Ngozi Ugo ACA, Mr. Ado Mohamed Abubakar FCA, Mr. Samuel Okoye FCA, Mrs. Aisha Bello FCA, Dr. Grace Ogundejo FCA, Mr. Toby Abiola FCA, who is the advisor on the program. Chief DCS Alaribe FCA is also one of our advisors. And then Mr. Mukaila Lawal, the FCA is FCA and the executive producer of this program. We want to say thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of ICAN-ON-AIR and the success story that we have today. I will also implore you to remember to advertise your products and your services on ICAN-ON-AIR so that we can at least survive. Thank you so much.
Sure, that's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you, Fumi, for reading out the names of the editorial team, because like I said earlier, it's not all about the anchors. There are also people behind the scene that ensure that everything is put together, well packaged, so that we can bring a very delicious meal to the consumption of all ICAN members and friends of the Institute. On that note, we also want to appreciate the ICAN Council for the support and encouragement at all times. Also, the ICAN-ON-AIR subcommittee for the assiduous work behind the scene, for the secretariat staff, for the great effort and the support task they have been given to us in the ICAN-ON-AIR show, and also for our invited guests on the show. For me, all our invited guests on the show have been wonderful, superb, for their expertise, for their time, for their resources, and for their service to the Institute. We want to say thank you so much, because we know that whenever we call upon you, you are keen on to us on this show. We want to say thank you so much for being part of us in 2023. We would say let us do it together in 2024. And also for you, the audience, for being with us on this show at every 6 p.m. You are there. We want to say a very big thank you to you. And I also want to thank Fumi for doing a great job on this show, being one of the anchors on the show. Fumi, do I need to thank myself?
We have thanked you already. Thank you, Tosi, for doing this great work every week.
Thank you, everybody. We say thank you so much for all you have done. And for me, I think that will be our show today on ICAN-ON-AIR. It's been a great time in the year 2023. It's been a wonderful time, inspiring time. We have had so much time to learn on ICAN-ON-AIR and all of that. And we have seen the comments from our audience today regarding how far and how more we could do better in 2024. All these points are noted, and we assure you that we will bring them to action and we'll work on them in 2024. And that is the show today. We say thank you so much. Until we come your way again in 2024, we say thank you so much. Have a wonderful, we say Happy New Year in advance, and let's do it again in 2024. I remain Tosin Akinwumi, FCA, saying thank you. Bye for watching.
Thank you, and bye for watching. I remain Fumi Olani, ACA. Have a prosperous 2024.